Welcome back. So we have had some full moon energies and some full moon healing from the Taurus and the retrogrades as well, where we were letting go of certain type of energies and when we are now moving towards something new. Now the new moon is coming up on the 15th, but between the new moon energy, new moon A will be in Scorpio, and the full moon energy, what has been left us, there is some kind of this period now. I want to see where is our energies lies. So I'm going to do each zodiac sign separately, and please do watch your sun, moon, and rising. And if you're more towards looking for a love reading or kind of where is your relationships headed, you can also both watch the Venus sign as well. Now you can cross watch yours, but also I wanted to put it on your mind that not all energies are going to apply for you, and if the reading doesn't resonate with you, you can pick another reader, because these are general readings, so not always the readings would be exactly for you. But without any further ado, let's hop into it. So hello Virgo, let's see what we have for you for the next 7 to 10 days until the new moon energy kicks in around 13th, Thursday, Friday next week. So what do we have for Virgo in next 7 days in their environment, energetically? What do they need to keep putting in a bag, letting it off, so they can start to build new is the new moon in Scorpio? We have 4th chakra. Love to yourself. Take care of your heart chakra. Open it. Make it work. Make it pop in. We have 11 is a great, by the way, angelic number. Look up for it. There's a lot of healing happening with the Archangel Raphael, and I do sense you would be healing your heart chakra. Again, we have a broken heart. This is definitely a love relationship, or nah, it's a past relationships. Letting them go, okay, Virgo, because we can get very attached to it. Virgo is one of those as well. If they decide to move away from someone, they move away from someone. But if they're getting very fixed on someone and the someone has to move away from them, they can take it very, very hard on letting go of that person because they were fixed on outcome and they were building very kind of OCD type or style to that outcome, and if that is taken away, they're getting very shattered. So this is where you're coming in. If you have, it really talks about what I hear is a past relationship. In your past, like could be 10 years old, your first love, first care, are you still holding on to this kind of a resentment that it didn't work out? So this is kind of a thing what you need to let go from your heart and to open it up for next step. Like just that by the time you get to the new moon, you are easier to kind of to take on a new chapter. And there's a lot of fortune coming towards your way in Sagittarius because the planets and everything, the energies on the planet are going to get so much better now on. So what do I want to say here? We'll see what the tarot is telling. There was another message coming through. It's also accepting that it didn't work out. Okay, it's not like you ring them and or you're letting go, but accepting that this was not meant to work out, because otherwise you needed to have this kind of experience so you could be the person who you are now. Just accepting that lesson, okay, and taking on that lesson. As long as we are forced, like holding too tight on the past resentments, we can't actually allow that lesson to come into our environment and kind of learn that lesson from it. So this is where you're like opening your heart, letting it all out, that resentment, that brokenhearted that it didn't work out, and then moving forward with everything what's happening. So let's see now, what is clarifying cards from tarot? Now, can we get some clarifying for, or no clarifying at all? It was just very pure, clear message, isn't it? Oh, yeah, King of Swords. Inner clarity and understanding. Can we have one more? Yes. Yeah, emotional maturity. Again, I do sense there is a feminine energy around you who is looking to get into your heart, but you are too stuck of the past resentment. You might see a lot of familiarity from this past relationship to this person. It could be man or woman, doesn't matter, who showed the same compassion, the same love as your first relationship, or the relationship which you're not letting it go would have had. And you're scared to actually let them in. You're being a little bit of a cold-hearted here. But having this inner understanding that every relationship is different, every person is different, and not expecting the same thing to happen twice, or taking on understanding and taking responsibility what have happened in that past relationship. You will let go of that kind of a manifestation that this relationship will end up in the same way. So your heart chakra is opening, but are you really letting that person in is a question. And it could be just, it's also emotional maturity. Even if you don't be looking at love or care, or you have no one in your life, you could have already a partner and you kind of feel that you're starting to fight too much again or something like that, then you have to have the inner clarity and understanding that maybe we need to have a conversation here. I don't want you to go that far. Or yeah, letting go yourself a lot. Bottom deck energy is 7 of Pentacles, feeling of the failure. Like, I'm telling you honestly, if you don't do that hard work now, this before the new moon, this new relationship where you're heading to, or your current relationship where you're heading, and you kind of start to pull the same kind of a lineups that it was similar in your past ex relationship where you started to fight and it will end up as a failure. So don't do that, okay? You have ability to change the environment around you, learn the lesson from the past, and just make it better now, not to repeat the same thing again. So down here it says, please don't make it a failure. Learn from your past and move it forward. So let's get advice from the spirit guides and angels to you for this next 7 to 10 days. I have this one. Yeah, Zana. You are protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you. I ask you to relax and feel safe. So you are feeling this person or this environment you are at currently is a perfect environment for you to let go of this kind of and heal of that what you've gone through in the past. Okay, this is a perfect time to feel fully 122% of all the emotions you have in your body when you feel anxious and worried and scared, because you are in a safe place. This is the place where it's a perfect time to open up the conversation and have this conversation. Why did the past relationship didn't work out? Why did you got a broken heart? And face it, just honestly face it. Take a responsibility of your own behaviors, and yeah, just not only take a responsibility, but like believe that this is not going to happen, okay? The conversation is very, very important in this current situation. So you are asked to feel your safe place to be. So this is all I see you, Virgo. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like the video, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe, and I hope to chat to you soon. Bye.